Chris, what's up, bro? I'm gonna give you a quick update, man, of everything we got going on so far. We're gonna show you the new sinks and the new toilets we just installed. Let me check them out real fast. These the dogs, man, the guard dogs, they getting pretty big. Go ahead in there, T-Lex, and show them the new toilets we just installed. Yeah, just the new toilets, and come on over here to this side. New sink we put in. This is one of our trolls here. We use that to transport feed and various other supplies all around the facility. Yeah, them guys, man, they hard workers for us. We really appreciate it. Right here we have the, this is where we transport the feed to the sheds, to the birds. Make sure the birds get fed. I'm going to take you through here. This is our backup generator here. Gotta have one of these for the size operation that we do. And here's where our incubators are kept. We have 12 incubators total. Each incubator has the capacity to hold up to 25,000 hatching eggs. So here at Diamond Farms, we have the ability to hatch up to 300,000 baby chicks every 21 days. This is what the inside of the incubator look like. We got the water pools down here. Make sure the humidity stays at the right level so the eggs will hatch properly. So that's just what the inside of one looks like. And again, this dehumidifier, this incubator holds 25,000 eggs up to. And these here are the hatching trays. These are the trays that actually slide inside the incubators. So 4 of these in total slides in just like that. That's where we get our 25,000 eggs from. And also, these trays here, they rotate from side to side. I believe anywhere from 14 to 20 rotations a day to mimic the motions of the mother as she's rolling the eggs around to make sure she warms them the right way. So these mimic the movement of the mother as she's rolling eggs around. Yep. So you can get a little on the other side. And over here is where the once the baby chicks hatch after 21 days, this is where they're processed. And this is also our shipping and receiving areas on the other side. So here, this is our vaccination area. This cooler here is where the vaccinations are kept. And in here, where we have is the vaccination machines. So as the baby chicks are hatched and we have them in the trays, we just slide them in here and they're sprayed with a nice mist. Maybe anywhere from 24 to 36 might be on each tray. So the mist sprays them and then vaccinates them. This is just our packaging area as well. We'll take a walk down to the food shed where we mix the feed. And each one of these sheds is about 30 feet to like 80 feet, roughly, give or take a few feet. And we have 10 sheds total sitting on this property. Our property is 5.5 hectares. So we have quite a large property here that we raise these chicks on. So, fellas, salam. This here is our feed shed. This is where we mix the feed. And we don't just give our chickens regular corn feed like everyone else. We give them a mix of regular corn feed, of course, and we mix it with cabbage, carrots, honey, fermented milk, thyme, and a couple of other ingredients that I can't tell you about. But anyway, our mixture, it brings our chickens to market size up to 7 and 10 days sooner than everyone else's. So instead of slaughtering at 5 to 6 weeks, in most cases we can slaughter at 4 weeks because our chickens have already met market size. Sure. Let me see. So this is the mix right here, already pre-prepared. So yeah. And also the water that we give our chickens is not regular water. We mix our water with garlic and lemon, nature's natural antibiotics. So, for sure, even the water is organic. Going to take you guys up and show you guys our layer hens. We have our layer hens just arrived, and these are the guys who's going to be laying our own eggs, our table eggs, fertilized eggs. So now we will be a fully integrated hatchery in about 4 to 6 months, once the layer hens become fertile enough and mature enough to start producing eggs. We have 3,500 layer hens, and we have 450 roosters to fertilize the layer hens. Morning, Annie. And that's just a special solution that we have all around the farm. Special disinfectant. And up here, this is where the cream of the crop is kept, which is our layer hens. So each layer hen, when they're mature, they'll be producing about 1 egg every 26 hours. So you can say, round it off, about 1 egg a day, and we have 3,500 layer hens. So that means we'll be producing over 3,000 eggs every single day. And these are our layer hens, just arrived. So they will soon be the cream of the crop. And we have food all around, as you can see. So in about the next day or two, we'll introduce them to woodshed. We just didn't want them to develop a woodshed habit as babies, so this is a good way to do it, to keep them from eating woodshed while they're babies. Yep, so once they get a good taste of that food, good taste of what food is, and what feed is, then we'll introduce them to the woodshed. Smells sweet, doesn't it? Yeah, so they're having fun. Zoom in on the roosters. You see the roosters are marked in blue. So those are the males. We got 450 males in there, and the rest are all females. Walk you down to the other shed. So we have 3 sheds up here total. So in each shed we'll have roughly about 1,150 roosters. I'm sorry, 1,150 layer hens, along with about 115 roosters to fertilize those layer hens. So this here is shed A, B, and C. And also, we're going to install solar power panels up here. So we'll also have our own power supply. No more electricity bill, or very little electricity bill. So each one of these roofs is going to be filled with solar panels. So we'll really be fully off the grid and fully integrated. More layer hens. The cream of the crop here. Yeah, man. Looked like we had a few casualties, but not very many. We're not going to show you guys the casualties, but we maybe had about 5 or 6. So I think we're below 4%, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, man, again, this site sits on 5.5 hectares. As you can see, all the land we're sitting on. We'll take you to the production site in a few. It's just another one of our sheds that's empty. But just to give you a view of what they look like when they're empty, this is it. Again, it's about 30 feet, about 80 to 90, something like that. And we have 10 of these. This is a 24-hour operation. So all our employees live on site. 24-hour operation. Well, I'm not going to say all of our employees live on site. The majority of them live on site. Man, our dogs are skinny, man. We got to beef them up a little bit. Olivier, our dog's looking a little skinny, man. We got to beef them up a little bit. They were sick, huh?
Yeah, they went down there with me, down the other side.
Guys, we're going to take you to the other side, which is the production side. Thank you, sir. Here's our employees' garden. So they grow their own vegetables. Got a nice sized garden too. Yep, so Yeah, we keep the employees fed pretty well. These here are 3 extra sheds, which used to be a piggery, but we're going to update those as we expand. Which looks like we'll be updating those pretty soon. Yeah, employees got a nice garden. They got banana trees and cabbage and tomatoes, and they're growing a lot of stuff here. All right, guys, I'm gonna show you one of our free range areas, because we're soon gonna be producing free range chickens as well. And for a chicken to be considered a free range, it needs to be outside for at least 2 hours out the day. So this is one of our free range areas that we're gonna let the chickens forage in and do their thing. Beautiful area. And here is the slaughterhouse. Gonna walk around this way. Did we? Oh, okay, we got them the new ones. Okay, cool. I don't want to mess the floor up a little bit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's the slaughterhouse. And we also have the cold storage container that sits right there. But let me show you how the slaughterhouse will work. We'll be able to slaughter anywhere from 500 to 3,000 birds an hour, depending on how fast we speed the line up. But anyway, this is how it works. The birds, their feet will be hooked in here, boom. So each one of the birds will be in each one of these hooks. And here, their main vein will be cut and they'll be bled. So they'll go around here as they're bleeding. It'll be a person standing here, cutting their main vein as the line's moving, boom, 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 boom. They'll rotate here, they'll bleed out for approximately anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. Well, they'll reach this section of the slaughterhouse, which is called the scalder. This will have scalding hot water in it, about 170 degrees Celsius. And the birds will take a bath in there for about 60 seconds. And what that does is it softens up their skin to release the feathers and the hairs a lot easier. And then they'll go into the defeather. Let me walk around to the other side. And from the scalder, the scalding water tank, which is right here, they'll go into the defeather, which is this area of the slaughterhouse. And what this is, chickens will slide in between these nipples, and these nipples rotate around very fast, rubbing the chicken, brushing up against the chicken, scraping all the hairs and feathers off. And the hairs and feathers will be collected right there. And once they come out the defeather, and this right here is for the fat birds. So if we see any fat birds over, let's say over 3 kgs, which is almost 6 pounds, 7 pounds, I'm sorry, then they would be taking off the assembly line and putting this because they're a little bit fatter. So this will defeather those. So once they leave the defeatherer, they will come along here and their heads will be cut. This is the head cutter. This will be adjusted to the height of the heads. But this is the head cutter. And this here is the feet cutter. So the feet and the heads will be cut off. They'll roll, boom, both the feet and the heads will be collected. Or they'll come down here, where they'll be gutted. So we'll have a worker standing on both sides. That'll be gutting the birds. And as the guts fall in here, they'll roll out the end to be collected. And nothing goes to waste, family. Everything from the blood to the feathers to the head and the feet, we have contracts for farmers to take it all, because what they do is they use that stuff to fertilize. The blood, the feathers, the head, the guts, everything is already sold. So no part of this chicken goes to waste. And once the head and the feet and they're degutted, these are the water hoses. We have water hoses that's attached here. So to spray the little excess blood, whatever's left in the chicken. And then they're taken off the line here, where they're put in plastic bags, and they're vacuum sealed. And this is the vacuum sealer down here. Of course, it's going to be put in series. But this is the vacuum sealer. So they'll be vacuum sealed, where they'll be chilled, which is these right here. These are the chilling tubs. So these tubs will have blocks of ice set in them. So once they're vacuum sealed, we're going to sit the chickens in here just to probably about anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes. Just let them get nice and cold. And it's called pre-chilled before we put them in the cold blaster, which is behind you. And that's the process. Very smooth process. Line is going to have to be adjusted here a little. As you can see, it's off a little. So when the wheels roll, we'll have little shavings coming off. As you can see, it's already one there. Of course, we don't want that. So it's just a little minor adjustment that I just noticed. And these 4 sheds here, well, actually on this side, yeah, these 4 sheds here is where we keep all our chickens at. So this shed here, we actually just slaughtered everything in here, cleaned and cleared it out. So we're prepping this shed for the big boys. Another clean shed that we cleaned out, prepping it. As they get bigger, we transform down the assembly line from shed to shed. And that last shed, well, actually that first shed I showed you, that's when we know they're ready to be slaughtered, when they go into that shed. And here go the babies here. So this is the next round to be slaughtered. So they'll probably go next door in about a week. These chicks here, well, these chickens here are about 3 weeks old. So in about the next week or so, these babies are all going to be ready to be slaughtered. So our other shit. Okay, Chris, that's where we at right now. You know, I'm not going to take you down any further. We just still doing a little work down there. So, yeah, that's where we at, man. So we coming a long way. Coming a long way, baby. So we'll catch you on the next video. Peace.